Line to center field, and it is pulled in by Lewis for the sweep. The Braves a strike away from advancing, a half swing, and they'll go to Cincinnati for the National League Championship Series. On a night when the Colorado Rockies score 4 runs off the premier pitcher in the game, Greg Maddux, and have a 3-0 lead, the Braves come from behind, win the game by a score of 10-4. And with Ted Turner and Gene Fonda looking on, they'll move to Cincinnati for the first game of the National League Championship Series on Tuesday. Maddux with the win. Pena wraps it up. And Fred McGriff, the big star tonight, with 2 homers and a single and 5 runs batted in.
Into left field. Andrew Jones. They're going back to the National League Championship Series.
To the plate. He's 0 for 4. Hits it to center. Langford is there. And the Cardinals have swept the division series. And they're headed to Atlanta for the LCS on Wednesday.
The shortstop, Blauser. Just in time, and the Braves are moving on against either the Marlins or the Giants in the League Championship Series. It will be their 6th consecutive visit, and they held the Astros to a 167 team batting average in this series.
The 3-1 pitch. Swings on it, and this could do it. Counsell throws him out. The Marlins sweep, and the Braves are next. Looks like this will do it. Andrew Jones calls. The Braves sweep the Cubs. It's not a wild celebration for these Atlanta Braves. A happy bunch to be sure. But this is what they came to do, what they expected to do. Winners of 106. Meanwhile, they come to their feet at Wrigley Field. Polite applause perhaps for the Braves, but mostly it's an ovation of appreciation for the Chicago club and what they did this year.
And I think they deserve the tip of the hat from the Cubs fans. They've given them a lot of excitement this year and a lot of things to cheer for, and especially the 66 home runs that Sammy Sosa contributed. And as you mentioned, Kerry Woods, a new pitcher on the scene, and they have a lot of things to look forward to next year.
Meanwhile, the Braves look forward to either the Padres or the Astros.
On the ground, Barris throws, and the Padres will march to Atlanta.
Oh, that's hit well to center field. Finley goes back. It's over. It's over. Todd Pratt, one of the most unlikely heroes, has hit it to dead center field. The Mets have won it in 10, 4-3.
Deep center. Andrew Jones is there. And the ball game is over. The Atlanta Braves will have their own little final bit of Astrodome history as the Astrodome gets ready to shut its doors after 35 years of hosting Major League Baseball. The Atlanta Braves will do something that the Astros themselves were never able to do here. That is celebrate a postseason series win. The Astros, sad tale continues. They have never won a postseason series.
Colorado. 2 down in the ninth. 1-2 the count, and the splitter ends it. And the Cardinals complete their thorough dismantling of the former National League champion Atlanta Braves. And the celebration begins. The St. Louis Cardinals utterly, thoroughly trouncing the Braves.
Home run, 17th on the all-time list, but never to a World Series. To center, Payton. And Bobby Jones has done it. A one-hit shutout. A masterpiece. And the Mets have defeated the Giants. And they are heading for St. Louis.
The 2-2 pitch to Womack. Little floater, left field. Here comes Batista. Here's the throw. Diamondbacks going to the NLCS.
And he puts it in play, a high fly ball to center field. And that's going to do it. The Atlanta Braves have swept the 3-game series from the Houston Astros. Braves pitchers held Astros hitters to a .207 batting average. Braves pitchers with a 1.73 ERA in the series. The defense was superb, only 1 error. And the offense hit .303 with 6 home runs. It's deja vu for the Astros again.
Last year's World Series champion Arizona, 3-0.
3-3. A game that was never finished. To the right side, Snow tags the bag for 1. The rundown, second out, double play, and the Giants are going to the NLCS. A smile from Barry Bonds. And the San Francisco Giants have quieted this crowd at Turner Field by turning the double play, ending the threat, and winning the game. Game 5 here in Atlanta.
J.T. Snow, prior to that ground ball.
Allen's 1 for 4. Bloop shot into left. Here comes Conine. He can't get it. He's throwing home. Snow trying to score. The tag. A collision. He is out at home. And the Florida Marlins have cut down the Giants. The upset of the 2003 postseason. What a way to end it. On a collision at the plate. Pudge Rodriguez hangs on. Looking ahead and not behind. And now a chance to experience something not done since 1908. You've waited 95 years, Chicago. It's time to celebrate. The Chicago Cubs advance to the National League Championship Series.
From Colorado, another weapon. Swing and a miss, and the St. Louis Cardinals are headed for the National League Championship Series. That will start on Wednesday night. The opponent to be determined. They win this National League Division Series 3 games to 1, and for the 7th time will play in the NLCS.
A guy who was quiet throughout the division series, Albert Pujols.
Jones lifting it to left. And at long last, for the first time in their 43-year history, the Astros have won a postseason series.
It's 7-4 now with 2 down in the 9th. 2 men on. Right back to Isringhausen. And the ball game is over. The series is over. The St. Louis Cardinals have won the division series. And they'll be moving on back home to Busch Stadium to play either Houston or Atlanta starting Wednesday.
And I mean, this is what I expected from spring training, not necessarily.
And the pitch. Swinging. Lining it to left. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Chris Burke. Holy Toledo. What a way to finish. Chris Burke just purchased the ticket to St. Louis. Look at the
Unbelievable. 3-2 to Martinez. In the air down the right field line. Green in the corner. He's got room. And the New York Mets, for the first time since 2000, will advance to the National League Championship Series. They have swept the Dodgers 3 games to none. Congratulations to Willie Randolph and the New York Mets. He talked about winning as a manager for the first time this year after all the champagne celebrations that he had, not only as a player, but later as a coach in the New York Yankees organization. He said it's more fun to win it as a player to celebrate with your teammate. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball on the ground, the Pujols, and for the 3rd straight year, the St. Louis Cardinals advance to the National League Championship Series.
Right field. Salazar is there. This should do it, and the game is over as the Arizona Diamondbacks have come to Wrigley Field, silenced the crowd, and impressively have swept the Chicago Cubs in 3 straight. The final score as the Diamondbacks advance to the NLCS for the first time since the 2000.
On the ground right side, Matsui to first. The Colorado Rockies are headed to the National League Championship Series for the first time in their franchise history. They're going crazy at Colorado.
Dodgers sweep.
If they win this game, they've got their rotation right the way they want it.
This could be it. Jimmy Rollins takes care of Kendall and the Philadelphia Phillies
are heading to the National League Championship Series. A date with the Dodgers is next as Brad Lidge closes the door on the Brewers, and the Phillies win 3 out of 4 against Milwaukee.
And that's it. The Dodgers have wrapped it up. They go on the road and finally beat the Cardinals in postseason in their 3rd try.
And somewhat of a subdued celebration, at least out there on the field for the Dodgers. I think they believe they've got more work ahead of them in this postseason, but what a tremendous performance in this NL.
With a base hit. The 2-2. And Tulowitzki is down on strikes. Brad Lidge does it again. And the Philadelphia Phillies are headed to the NLCS, a date with the Dodgers on Thursday. In 4 games, the Phillies take care of the Colorado Rockies, and Brad Lidge comes up with another postseason save. That is number 15 of his career in 17 tries, and the dream stays alive for the Phillies. They
6-0 in this ballpark, coming in with a 1.07 ERA.
And a swing and a miss. The Philadelphia Phillies are headed back to defend their National League pennant. They are headed to the NLCS as Cole Hamels goes the distance. A complete game masterpiece tonight. A 5-hit shutout against the best offense in the National League this year, the Cincinnati Reds.
And a chopper to third. The throw across in time, and the Giants have won the series. The Giants are going to the NLCS for the 5th time in their history and look to win their 4th West Coast pennant. And they did it the hard way, winning 2 games on the road here at Turner Field, where wins have been hard to come by for the Giants ever since Turner Field opened.
Just go in and out, up and down on Nigel Morgan here. They're trying to get him out at the risk of him getting a hit.
2-2. Morgan base hit up the middle. Gomez is going to be a waved around. The throw to the plate. Not in time, and the Brewers advance to the National League Championship Series.
Ground ball to the right side. Punto has it. And running over, and the Cardinals have done it. The St. Louis Cardinals, improbable in making the playoffs. And Ryan Howard is down. He is hurt halfway between home and first base. So Howard is hurt, and the Cardinals are celebrating out around first base.
And a swing and a miss, and Romo strikes out Roland. The San Francisco Giants will advance to the NLCS. What a comeback. The first team ever in division play in the National League to overcome a 2-0 deficit and advance to the NLCS. The Giants are alive and well in the postseason of 2012. Buster Posey with a grand slam in the fifth and a 6-run fifth inning. All the Giants would need today, the only inning they scored.
1-2 pitch, and it's popped up. Descalso on the outfield grass makes the catch, and the Cardinals head to their 7th NLCS since 2000. And reminiscent of the scene last year in Philadelphia when the Cardinals beat the Phillies in Game 5. And ultimately winning the World Series as a wild card team. And this time they were the second wild card team and beat the Braves to get into this division series. An incredible comeback with 4 runs in the 9th inning. And the Cardinals defeat the Nationals 9-7 and win the series.
Guy ready, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. The Dodgers have won the National League Division Series, and the Braves have done what they've done all year long, strike out. 5 strikeouts in the last 2 innings. The side strikes out in the 9th, and the Dodgers are being mobbed on the infield. To my knowledge, there is no swimming pool handy tonight. But they are doing what they usually do, tear the shirts off people. Juan Uribe, of course, is the major.
On the ground to second. Panic to Belt, and the Giants are going back to the National League Championship Series.
Second, go ahead, run at first, and a ground ball to second. Wong flips, game over, series over. Cardinals win it, 3 games to 1. Most in the history of the National League. 13th overall and 4th straight. And 3 in a row for manager Mike Matheny in his first 3 years. The Cardinals look dead or close to it in both games.
He got him! A strikeout! The Cubs win! The Chicago Cubs are heading to the National League Championship Series. Since their last series win in the postseason. Now the St. Louis Cardinals, the team with the best record in the major leagues,
a division series exit. Unable to overcome all of the injuries. And the Chicago Cubs.
Familia to the plate, and he struck him out. And the New York Mets have won the series. And they will meet the Chicago Cubs in the National League Championship Series. The Mets come to LA and beat the Dodgers to win the series.
You thought that the Dodgers, after Clayton Kershaw won Game 4, got the ball back to Zach Greinke in Game 5 here at Chavez Ravine. They were set up perfectly, but Daniel Murphy made sure that did not happen.
And the Chicago Cubs are moving on to the National League Championship Series.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are headed to Chicago.
What a performance. Clayton Kershaw, 2 wins and a save. What a series. The gutsy move to get Kenley Jansen in the 7th and not knowing where they were going to get it. This was a team effort. I mean, on both sides, everybody played.
It's a team effort for sure. It's taken a village all year for the Dodgers to get here to win this game. But next week, next year, 20 years from now, this will be remembered as the Clayton Kershaw game.
Down he goes. A strikeout to end it. Kenley Jansen with the save. And the Los Angeles Dodgers are headed to the National League Championship Series.
Boy, that's exciting right down to the wire.
And Kenley Jansen strikes out Arizona's best player, Paul Goldschmidt, to end the game for the 5th time in the last 10 years. The Dodgers are headed to the NLDS.
Here it comes. He struck him out. And the Chicago Cubs, their quest to repeat begins in earnest in Los Angeles. And for the Washington Nationals, bitter October disappointment yet again. To the NLCS for the 3rd straight time.
Is the last guy between the Brewers and a sweep. He lifts one into right. Kane and Broxton, it'll be Kane, and that's that.
And this one is over, and they're moving on. And another celebration.
Wade Miley joins the celebration. There won't be a W next to his name in the box score, but he did everything Craig Counsell could have asked him to do.
No question. They call them sometimes openers. They're still, you don't say what time's the game open, what times it starts. So the Brewers had starters and they had enders.
Strikes, 2 out, bottom of the 9th. Jansen to Freeman. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The Dodgers beat the Braves 6-2, and for the 3rd consecutive season, the Dodgers are going to the National League Championship Series. Next stop, Milwaukee, as they storm out of the dugout and congratulate one another on top of the mound here in Atlanta. The Dodgers beat the Braves 6-2 on a day in which the Houston Astros advanced to the American League.
There it is. The St. Louis Cardinals advance to the NLCS. The Cardinals beat the Braves in Game 5, 13-1. On the strength of a 10-run first inning, their 14th NLCS and the first since 2014.
Behind second, and that is going to be caught by Michael A. Taylor. And the Washington Nationals have knocked out a heavyweight. In 10, they beat the Dodgers in Game 5.
Well, I think that ball bobbled around too, went up in the air, and he caught it to win.
And for the first time, the Nationals can celebrate, moving on to the National League Championship.